in and amongst that crowd are almost certainly the Make America Great Again caps that have been part of Donald Trump's rallies for the last few years. Well, let's speak to Ella Nielsen, White House reporter for Vox. She's with us in Washington. Ella, what are you hearing about this protest?
Yeah, well, what I'm hearing right now is that staff and members in the Capitol are being evacuated to a safe zone. I think the most recent reporting is that the Capitol Police now have the Capitol on lockdown. So, you know, it's a tense and unfolding situation there. There are a lot of protesters outside, and this turned very quickly.
And Ella, I'm just going to interrupt you because these protesters are outside for the moment, but they're getting very close to being inside. Just as you were speaking to me then, a group of, well, it's difficult to estimate, but certainly we're talking about hundreds here of protesters have started to push up those steps. They're waving American flags, and the security personnel who had been stopping them going up the steps appear to have decided that they were going to pull back. This is quite extraordinary.
Yeah, it's nothing that I've ever seen, certainly in my few years of covering Capitol Hill, and I think reporters who have been there much longer would say the same. I don't know of any time in modern American history where a group of protesters have tried to invade the Capitol complex.
Have any of the organisers of this march talked about what they're hoping to achieve today beyond express their support for Donald Trump?
I mean, we have to remember that today the House and Senate are supposed to, formally certify the Electoral College results. And basically, this is the final step that would ensure that President-elect Joe Biden will become the next president of the United States. And obviously, these protesters, their goal is to stop that from happening. Although, it's happening right now. It's probably a process that's going to take all day. There is absolutely no indication that this is going to change it, but if it causes enough disruption to maybe put things on hold, I don't know if that is part of the protesters' plan, but certainly they are causing plenty of disruption outside.
Stay with us if you would. Let me just also pass on, the AFP news agency is saying that those...
It became apparent that the streets were blocked off and the crowds weren't going to be able to come to that side of the Capitol. It was a little sketchy, and we decided to regroup and head back towards our hotel where we were going to do a nighttime show. As I was walking down the street, I saw what was happening here on the Capitol steps, and I knew that you guys were here somewhere. So I broke off from the rest of the team to try and find you. And I couldn't find you. What I found was chaos, and I stuck with it. I got up to the front. I got tear gassed a couple times. Right where those people are standing in the front on that bucket, I was there. I was standing right here where the president gets inaugurated.
Isn't this ironic? This is where the president gets inaugurated. We're standing at the very front.
We were right there. It's incredible. So what I think about this...
I'm sad. It's sad because I feel like our country's being ripped away from us.
Because the people here who are breaking windows, I saw when it initially started, classic Antifa, no Trump gear, black stuff, black hoods, had hatchets, had hammers. Patriots don't come to a rally like this today with hatchets and hammers.
So what you're saying right now is the violence that we've seen was really initiated by Antifa, Black Lives Matter type groups.
In my estimation, the window breaking was. But the storming of the Capitol steps, that is not something that I think was initiated by them. What I think we have, unfortunately, is we have a huge amount of people here who support the president and believe that the election was stolen. But there is no consensus as to what the path forward is. Some believe that the path is to completely storm. It's just a flashbang, that's all right. Some believe that the correct path is to storm the Capitol, to go inside. I don't agree. I believe it was perfectly appropriate to come as far as we see here, to stop at the doors, to be peaceful, to have a sit-in. I got a cough, hang on. All right, so what we see now, this is the biggest escalation I've seen. What are they shooting at? That's a less than lethal round, pepper balls. And they're pointing them at the crowd. So I can't advocate for anybody to enter the Capitol. I can't advocate for any type of armed resistance. Peaceful protest is what we should be doing. if we weren't trying to get in and everybody just sat down and occupied this space, they would not be having this type of thing. And one thing I saw is one time they repulsed all the people who were in the little gateway there. I had on a 360 GoPro. I haven't had a chance to look at the footage. But one police officer came out with that crew. He was being pushed out with the scrum.
Okay, but you better.
And I saw him, and
okay.
okay.
You need to stop. Cover your mouth.
I'm good.
No, you're not going to be good here.
All right. Take a deep breath. Cover him. Close your eyes.
We got to go. We got to go. Okay, we're gonna walk out of here.
All right, we're making.
You all right, Joe? Oh. Thank you.
You're okay. You're okay.
Calm me, move.
Everybody's good. Everybody's good.
We're good. All right, guys, we're good. We're just making our way out of here. I've had enough of this. We're going to take our coverage out to the lawn where we won't be subjected to... Wait. Hey.
Don't go down. Don't go down, man.
No, we got our microphones. Here we go. Sorry.
Your flag is working.
All right, guys. Oh, that was brutal. We're going to take our coverage back to the lawn because this is not a safe space to be at this point. We need to